Hi, I'm Valerie Engelhart, and in this video, I want to do something fast and fun and more on the modern side of watercolor. Now, I rarely sketch, so incredibly rarely that I didn't even know where a pencil was in my studio, but I found one. It was actually my windowsill, and we are doing an avocado. An avocado, super simple shape, just a rounded teardrop and a circle in the middle for that pit. So I have grabbed my Dr. P.H. Martin Hydrus paints, and I am going in with just a soft round brush, and I'm going to start with that seed. And I am going in just clean water. And I am saturating the area. I am using Arteza Pro watercolor paper. It is the 11 by 14 pad of paper, but I've cut it in half just because I don't really need that giant piece of paper. And I am going in with burnt sienna, and I am just squeezing and drawing that pipette along the circumference. And then what I'm allowing it to do is have that pigment flood into the center. And so that's all I did. Put it around the edge, cap it, leave it alone, let it dry naturally, and there is, well, what it looks like. So even though this painting, for painting time, takes less than 5 minutes, the drying time, which I wanted to do naturally, takes much longer. Your mileage will vary based on your climate and temperature. So you can do the exact same thing for the fruit of the avocado, and that is to go in with clean water. I chose to go with yellow for three reasons. Reason number one was so I could see it, because that is such a large area. Trying to see that is really difficult. And then number two, so you could see it, because you probably couldn't see where I was placing the water in the center, and it'd be pretty boring to watch me just move my brush over a large swath of paper. But now you can see how it's going and what it looks like. And then reason number three is that it gives a warm glow. So just like with the water, I am flooding the area. There is so much water, but it's got enough of that lemon yellow pigment to give it a little glow, and it will let my pipette have something to push against. Also, I just thought it'd be fun. What's wrong with adding a little more color? So I'm going in with my Hydrus, and this is the sap green color. So this is the warmer green pipette, and just like the seed, I am moving that pipette around the perimeter and letting it flow in naturally. Just going nice and slow and watching how the watercolor flows. But as you can see, it kind of stopped moving. So if I just let it dry, there'd be a hard edge form. So I am picking it up, and I'm being careful because I don't want the water to rush off of my avocado and create drips. I don't want it to go into the pit. So I am just gently picking it up and rocking it up and down, back and forth. I don't want it to harmonize too much because I do want some variation, but I did want it to move around that pit. So just moved it around gently and put it back down. I let it dry a little bit naturally, so it's still wet, but not sopping wet, except for those two puddles that we see. And I decided to leave those puddles because that would give me different texture, and I'm just interested to see how that dries. Honestly, because I do want this to dry naturally, I painted this over an hour ago, and I'm looking over at the painting right now, and it is still drying. So even though painting time is quick, the drying time is not. But it is really fun. It's kind of nice to do something new. This one is the Viridian green. This is a cool bluer green, and that's because there's that rind on the avocado. And I wanted the painting to be damp, not wet, because I didn't want it to move as much. I wanted it to soften, I wanted it to diffuse, but only an itty bitty little bit. Here's the finished painting. If you like this video, press that like button so I know to make more like it. And if there's anything you want to see from me, let me know in the comments below. I'm always looking for new subjects. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!